and welcome to another flow with me. I'm Raquel. It's good to have you here. I don't know why I'm so smiling. I just feel like I've got less pain today, so I'm feeling quite good. I hope you are too. But yeah, so today is going to be a very chilled flow. We're going to do a lot of seated slash rolling around postures. I don't know how to really say it, but we're going to be doing a lot of back and hip opening, so it's going to be fun. But yeah, we're going to see how we go, and I'll make a few modifications, maybe not, I don't know, depends on if I remember, to be honest. I'm just a bit spacey most of the time, so yeah, but it does feel good to finally be back to feeling relatively well, but I still can't put a lot of pressure on the shoulder. For those who don't know, I've torn a muscle, dislocated, blah 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 blah, but yeah, still it's going to be wrist free, not so much wrist free, but more just no pressure on the hands, not as much strength work. Yeah, let's say that. Okay, so let's get started. Going into child's pose. So just toes together, knees out wide, however deep you'd like to go. This is probably as far as I can go. So we're just going to start there and take a few breaths. This is also a way of me trying to stretch open my shoulder. We're going to ripple forward, so round in the back, pushing the hips down, coming up into cobra. Pushing those hips back, articulating through the spine, coming back into child's pose. Rippling forward, so rounding that back, getting to the point where you're over, your shoulders are over your wrists and your hips want to drop down, and then you just peel those shoulders back, lift the chest up, pushing those hips back towards the heels, coming back into your child's pose, rippling forward. Okay, so we are going to roll over those toes and try to come up into a plank. So the wider the legs and hands, the more strength you have to use. So if the hands are underneath the shoulders and feet are underneath the, well, feet can be wherever you'd like them to be. So for me this is intense because I can feel it in my shoulder. So we're going to lift that right leg up, curl in towards the wrist and bring it down into a pigeon pose. To get into a deep pigeon pose, you can try to get your knee to 90 degrees. I personally can't do that because my knees just don't want to go that way. They don't really feel comfortable with that, so I tend to go onto the back of my toes and pull my hip. So it's almost like I'm walking this hip further back. Square those hips. Coming down. And just rest the arms on the floor. Okay, we want to put the right hand up, out as long as we can. Lift the left hand up, turn to look at it. Thread it through underneath and come down. And you can put your hands together, push in a prayer position to twist that spine even more. I feel this everywhere. My knee, well, not my knee, my hamstrings, my hips, and my back. Put that right hand back down and try to lift it back up. Look at the hand. Put the hand down. Okay, we're going to open up. So we're going onto the outside hip of the right, pushing the leg out long and the leg out. So we're in a wide leg position. Hands up, or hands in heart center. I can't quite get my hand up yet. I'm nearly there though. Take a deep breath and fold forward. We want to try and keep that spine as straight as we can. Try and get those toes behind us. Coming back to our pigeon pose. We're going to try and grab the left foot in to stretch out that quad. But rather than with the usual, we go for the left hand grabbing the left foot, we're going to try and use the right hand to grab the foot. And just push that hip down. Square the hips if we can. And really, I don't know where to usually put my left hand, so I just put it on the inside of the foot. And if you can take both hands to the leg, you can do, and just pull it in even further. Still trying to keep that straight spine. Release. Hands down. Come back into that tiger crow pose. Step back. Knees down. Into child's pose. We're going to do that on the other side, and then we're going to add on. So it's all fun stuff. Okay, coming back into your high plank position. Lift that left leg up. Curl it in. And just place it down next to the wrist. Use those back toes to edge yourself further back. That chest up, and then fold it forward. This time we're getting our left arm out long, right one opens up, and you look at the hand, can't quite get it there, and swim it through. Then you're coming onto the top of the shoulder and onto the head as well. And putting the hands together. So really you want the wrist to be a little bit, so the elbow to almost be in line with the knee, but I can't quite get mine there. It's not loving life at that sort of angle. Left hand goes down, lifting back up, hand goes down. We're going to open up to the right, yes. I had to try and remind myself and get that leg out. Lift up. Get those toes to the back of the, well, to the opposite side, so to the left. Opens up the hips a bit more, chest up, and fold forward. It's like you're trying to get a present that's just out of reach. Out of reach, so far. Sorry. Okay. Swim those hands to the outside of the left leg, curling it back to get back into your pigeon pose. Curl that right leg in, take the left hand and grab onto the foot if you can. And really try and pull it in as much as you can. And what I would say is, for most people, is try to get the leg in as close as you can before you grab it, just so that you're working the hamstring a little bit. We want the muscles to have the mobility to bring the leg in as close as possible. Not just to rely on something pulling it. Okay, release. Lift it back up, tight crow. Step back into your high plank, knees down, and come into child's pose. If you can, try and tent those hands and try to melt the chest to the floor. so you can get a bit more of a stretch. For me, this is literally as far as I can go. My shoulder does not, like, it's so tense, it does not want to go any lower. This pose will hopefully help. Okay, ripple forward into your cobra. Lift up into high plank. Okay, we're going to add some stuff on. Make it burn. Okay, lift that right leg up. Hold it. Curl the leg in. Try to tap the head to the knee and lower it down into pigeon pose. Step that foot back, get into your positioning, and try not to dump the hip down or to dump into the low back. So try and still lift the chest up and push the thigh down to the floor. This time we're going to go into mermaid. So we're going to curl that left leg in, grab onto it with the left hand. If you can, so you're trying to grab the ball of the foot, you can edge it in to the elbow, and you take your right hand overhead and link hands, but I can't do that. So this is where I am, just putting my hand wherever it likes to go. And if you can, grab onto the outer edge of the foot, so where the pinky is, and try and twist the arm. Release, hands down, and we're going to curl onto that right leg. Legs come out long. Taking a breath there. So this time we stretched open the right hip, so we're going to use that right hip to do some more work. We're going to pull the left leg in so that it's almost in line with the body, so rather than out to the side, and bring that left leg in, right leg in, sorry. It's one of those days. Okay, say one of those days, pretty much every day. Okay, so we just want to rock the leg back and forth, and guess where we're going? Rock the baby position. Taking the right hand onto the foot, you're going to curl it in so that it tucks into the crease of the elbow of the left arm. Taking the right arm around it so it's wrapping around the knee, lifting up that chest and rocking the baby. This is a really good hip opener. Just move through it. And if you like to, you can go to the next place, or you can stay there if that feels good. You're going to take the left hand and grab onto the foot, as if you're trying to bring the foot to the face. Take the two peace fingers of the right hand, grab onto the toe, and this is archer's position. And it doesn't have to look any sort of way. It will take a while before any posture actually sinks in. The more you do it, the better it will get. And let go. Stepping that right foot on the outside of the left knee. Taking a breath. Left hand goes over the top, right hand behind the spine, as close as you can. Take a deep breath in, lift the chest. Breath out and twist. Using those hands to help twist you. And let it go. Legs come together. Now I don't have a fancy way of getting there, but we're just going to put our hands down, going to the front of the mat. And going back into child's pose, we're going to do that on the other side. Okay, coming into our plank position. This is probably as much strength as I can do on my shoulder. Lift that left leg up, holding, curling it in, try and tap, and lowering the leg down. So we want the knee to be in line with the wrist. So knee and ankle, but you know what I mean. Use those back toes to walk your foot back. Lift that chest up. Bring it out of the waist. We really don't want to dump into anything. We want to use as much muscle as we can. Okay, curl that right leg in. Let's see if I can do it this side. Grab onto the right foot. If you can, bring it in. Oh, I think this is probably as far as my shoulder's willing to go. There we go. Into the crease of the elbow. The hand goes at the top. You link the fingertips together. Still trying to face forward. Let it go. If you can, try and grab onto, I'm trying not to get like whiplash. I'm trying to use the shoulder very gently. I definitely can't spin that shoulder around, but if you can, definitely do it. Okay, we're going to curl back. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not facing my back to you. So let's come and face this way. But basically, we were in our wide leg position. We bring the right leg, sorry, in line with the body, and curl the left leg in, because we just did the right. So taking the leg as high as we can. So we want to keep our body straight. Taking the foot and putting it into the crease of the right elbow. This is with the left leg. And the left hand wraps around the knee. We want to lift the chest up and rock our baby. Rocking our hips side to side. The closer you get your chest to the leg, the more you feel it on the hip. And also the straighten the spine, the better on the hip as well. Okay, if you can, take a hold of the outside of the foot. I'm not sure if I can get that. My shoulder's like, no. Take the peace fingers and grab onto the toes. No, my shoulder's a bit too weak, but you'd lift the leg up and try to bring it in with that right arm towards the face. But I'm gonna stay in the rocking baby position for now. My shoulder's like, nope, we cannot lift that. Still a bit weak at the moment. Okay, step that foot down on the outside of the left knee and take a breath, because that's what I think I need to do. I keep like rushing. Okay, left hand goes behind us close to that spine. Right hand comes over the front of the knee. Take a deep breath in, breath out, twist. And for each breath, for each cycle of breathing, try and twist yourself further. Really want to bring out that spine. Okay, letting go. Bring those legs forward. A nice tall posture, distributing the weight over the sit bones, and taking a deep breath. Hands up, hands up. Take a deep breath out and fold forward, keeping that chest up, toes pointing towards you. Really want to feel this in the hamstrings. Keeping those knees straight rather than bent. And then when we're ready, fold forward. This takes it into the back a bit. Okay, we want to slowly roll, so like a C curve, using those core muscles to lower ourselves down. Okay, we're going to go to the side here just so you can see what we're doing next. Hopefully I have space. Okay, oh, I hope you can see me. Yeah, okay. So we are on our back, laying down, relaxing, getting ready for what we've got to do next. Bend those elbows close into the chest, putting the weight into those elbows, lifting the head up and putting our head down onto the crown. Putting our crown down is really what I'm trying to say. So this is fish position. But really, we still want to lift the chest up. We want to engage the muscles in the back to bring the upper back towards the glutes. And then flying fish, if you would like, is you take your hands away from prayer, out long, and lift those legs up. Taking a few breaths there. I shouldn't have done a pun today. But it's the first time I could actually do my own hair. Lower those legs down. Hands come back to the heart. Back to the mat. And let it go. We're going to roll over into child's pose, just so I can face you. Hands out. I'm going to take a few more of those ripples there, and then get ready to end the practice. Okay. Leading with the hips, curling under, hips down, chest up. Pushing back. One more. Go. Lift up. And going back. Just taking a few breaths there. I'm going to come up onto bring the legs together, sitting on the top of the toes or whichever comfortable seated position you'd like. Yeah, a few breaths there. Feeling grateful because that actually felt intense for me, but I know it's because of the shoulder. It's the most I've done with my shoulders since the surgery. So yeah, let me know how it felt for you because that felt intense. I was like, oh my God, my arm is shaking. Curling over the legs, arms go out behind you. See if you can hold onto the feet. Just bring the forehead to the floor. And if you can roll over your crown, the crown of your head. I can't because I've got a bun like an idiot. Just about trying to relieve some of that pressure in the neck. I don't know what I'm saying. Just take a few breaths there. Crossing the legs in front. Here I'm ready to end the practice. Feeling grateful for that we can move because I literally was feeling so grumpy about doing any more standing postures, but at least we can do it. I hope you enjoy your day. Namaste.